What is going on, everybody? I go by the name of Curry, and I want to thank you guys for joining me here today on Sneaker Fetish. Well, it's early look day once again here at Sneaker Fetish, and that means that it's one of the more controversial days here on the channel. Not just because of the sneakers that I'm showing and the fact that I don't really know if I can show them to you guys or not, but also because of what usually goes down in the comment section on early look videos. Now, normally most people would avoid the comments as best as they could, but today I'm going to take a little different approach. I'm actually going to approach a lot of these things head on and talk about a lot of these things that seem to get talked about down in the comments, while also showing you guys what I think is going to be one of the most hyped up sneakers of 2021. So if you're ready, without further ado, let's get into it. Boom. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Air Jordan 1 University Blue. Beautiful sneaker. Beautiful, beautiful sneaker. Now, a controversial sneaker nonetheless, but it's gonna be one of the biggest releases, like I mentioned, of the first quarter of 2021. So far, pretty much all that we know about this shoe is that it's slated to drop February the 20th of 2021. Now, before we get into the sneaker, one of the first things that I wanna mention to you guys, as we all know, everybody's gonna call these a fake because you guys, for whatever reason, love calling the sneakers, especially the early ones that I put on this channel, fakes. As I mentioned in a couple of videos previously, somebody actually said that I was the king of UAs. And again, I'll kind of reiterate, that's not really a title that I want because it's not really something that we do on this channel. But we're gonna take a deeper look at the sneaker first because I think it's an incredible shoe. Then we're gonna talk about a few things. So sit back, relax, let's get into it. All right, guys, starting with the upper here, it's a standard Air Jordan 1. Very, very nice sneaker. Nothing really different about the silhouette in and of itself. As a matter of fact, the shoe in concept is pretty plain, but the thing that really jumps out to me is the materials. Now let's start with this smooth blue nubuck, this university blue nubuck that wraps all around the collar of the sneaker, around the heel of the shoe, down the eyelets, on the mud guards, and around the toe box as well. You gotta zoom in close on these because the materials on these are very, very supple. This is some very smooth nubuck, and when I say smooth, I'm talking smooth. And when I say smooth, I mean so smooth that when you run your finger across certain areas of the nubuck, you may actually see the shade of the nubuck change. You're gonna wanna make sure that you take special care of these sneakers because of the elevated materials. Get your suede and nubuck cleaners and your suede and nubuck brushes because you're gonna wanna pretty much take care of these the same way that you would take care of a pair of Timberlands. That material is just that soft. Now, offset against that university blue nubuck is this incredibly soft white tumbled leather on the quarter panels, moving back to the back of the sneaker and on the toe box. And guys, listen, when I say soft tumbled leather, I mean soft tumbled leather. This tumbled leather is really, really nice. You can really see the definition in how nicely this leather is when you really start to press in on it. And you can see it just gives way to your finger so easily. It just completely goes inward. It pushes inward and you can just tell how nice it is. This is some really, really nice leather. Now that's offset by a tumbled leather swoosh on the lateral and medial side as well in black. Now that's also complemented by a hit of black right above the quarter panel. And of course, this a little bit stiffer. It's a little bit stiffer, but it's still very, very soft black leather going around the top collar of the sneaker as well. Now you're also going to get that embossed black ball and wings Air Jordan Classic logo on the lateral side. Taking a top down look at the shoe here, you get standard black laces with these white regular nylon tongue, Air Jordan 1 OG tongue here. And again, you can see that really, really nice, very supple tumbled leather on the toe box yet again. On the tag of the tongue of this shoe here, it's a black tag here with this really nice university blue Nike Air stitching on the tongue tag. Now, because this is an early shoe, I also want to make sure that you guys see all of the shoe as well. So this is the medial side of the 2021 University Blue Air Jordan 1. Nothing really different here. Same materials, same everything, just inverted. Moving around to the rear of the sneaker here, nothing really different here. You guys just see it's pretty much normal. Nothing really exciting to talk about. As far as the outsole of the sneaker, you have this really nice university blue outsole, standard Air Jordan 1 outsole, a little bit darker than the upper of the sneaker. As you can tell when you kind of turn it like this, it's a little bit of a contrast there, but it still isn't really too bad. It doesn't clash with the upper of the sneaker. It's really, really nice. I was getting the insole out, but I know you guys like the production dates. So the production dates that I'm showing on this sneaker year July 29th of 2020 to September the 4th of 2020. And last but not least, you get a black insole with these to match the swoosh and the upper collar of the sneaker with that nice university blue OG Nike Air branding on the heel. And that's pretty much it when it comes to the 2021 University Blue Air Jordan 1 High. Again, guys, these are a beautiful, beautiful sneaker, but the disappointing part about this shoe is that there might be a chance you've already seen video reviews on this sneaker before, because there are so many fakes that are on the market right now of this particular sneaker. And when I say there's a lot of fakes, I mean the market is pretty much flooded with fakes of this sneaker here. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about how, honestly, it's getting pretty scary how close the authentic versions of sneakers are to the UA, or what I just call the fake versions of these sneakers as well. But I don't know if everybody really understands how the process goes with fakes and why the market is shifting the way that it is and why they're getting so good. Now, you guys can listen in on this while you're typing that these are fake down in the comments, because I know that's something that you guys like to do, but still listen up. In the early days of sneaker collecting, it used to be really, really easy to spot a fake. The colors would be completely wrong. The Jumpman would be completely wrong. Things would just be completely out of sync with the real sneaker. And it was really, really easy to tell what was not the real deal. Now, what's happened over time is that equipment has gotten a lot better overseas at certain fake factories. A lot of processes have gotten a lot stricter and a lot more regimented. And honestly, it's getting really, really difficult to distinguish what's real and what's fake. But if you have a trained eye, you still can spot the differences. Now, let me break down exactly how this thing goes down, because a lot of people, I don't think, really understand how this process works. First things first, in order to make a fake sneaker, you have to have something to reference in order to make that sneaker. A lot of fake factories don't have the ability to just make this sneaker and make it look exactly the way that it was made previously in an authentic factory. Now, the way that this goes is that in order to make a fake sneaker, you have to have a real sneaker to make it from. You have to have something that you use as a blueprint in order to mass produce a fake sneaker. So an authentic sneaker is actually sold from certain places that I'm not at liberty to talk about to other fake factories that are overseas. Now, usually those authentic sneakers are sold at a very high price, much higher than you would be able to go online and buy a fake or replica version of these sneakers. What then happens is that once the sneaker is sold from the authentic spot to the fake factory, the sneaker is completely cut apart in order to reverse engineer the shoe. Why would you do that? Because when you reverse engineer the shoe, you can see every little intricate detail, how the stitching is done, what the materials are on the inside of the sneakers from the inside out. And it really allows the fake factories overseas to do a better and better and better job of replicating the authentic version of the sneaker. That's why you have multiple iterations of fake sneakers, because they're trying to get it right. They're trying to figure it out. And every time a new iteration comes out, they seem to have gotten something a little more right and a little more right and a little more right. That's why you have certain channels like Super Duper Rooper and people like that that actually will get multiple iterations of an early sneaker to show you guys how the quality is improving of those fake sneakers overseas. Now, here's a couple of things from a YouTube perspective that you guys need to look out for to make sure that you're looking at a replica sneaker or a fake sneaker, or if you're looking at an authentic. First things first, I need you guys to understand that certain things that you may think about fake sneakers, that's not really the way that it goes down with fake sneakers. For instance, a DHL package. A lot of people feel like a DHL package automatically means that the sneaker is fake, because apparently DHL is like the carrier for fake sneakers, but that's the furthest thing from the truth. If you guys remember in the Court Purple 3 video, it might have been, or one of those videos, I actually received a package from GOAT that came via DHL. I also have purchased sneakers from reputable sites and boutiques overseas, and they also use DHL. DHL is literally just an international version of FedEx or UPS or another mail carrying service. It doesn't automatically mean that the shoe is fake. So just because you see something delivered by DHL does not mean that the shoe is automatically fake. That is not a way to spot a red flag of a shoe. Now, I'm not going to tell you guys exactly where I got the shoe from, because that tends to be a very interesting follow-up question from a lot of people that like to challenge whether or not my sneakers are authentic or not authentic. I get a ton of DMs and comments and questions from people that are like, those are completely fake. And I'll say, okay, that's how you feel, but they're not. And somebody will say, okay, well, if they're not fake, where exactly did you get them from? Guys, listen, I'm smarter than the average bear out here. I understand that you guys want to know where to get authentic sneakers from, but if you look hard enough and you look around hard enough, I guarantee you'll find it. Now, what is a red flag to see if somebody is reviewing a sneaker that is a fake is if the title of somebody's video says something like gifted or a gift from somebody or something like that. Normally what ends up happening is that a lot of these fake factories overseas, they know the power of YouTube and they're trying to sell a lot of sneakers very, very cheap. So they will send over an early pair of a sneaker for free to a certain YouTuber in exchange for promo so that they can sell even more of that sneaker to the viewing audience like you guys. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I have been contacted over and over and over and over by a ton of fake factories overseas who say, we've seen your YouTube videos, we like them, we'd like to cooperate with you or do business with you. We specialize in one-of-one, unauthentic, authentic, whatever you want to call them, unauthorized, whatever, fake sneakers. And we would like to send you a pair of these fake sneakers for free for you to talk about it with your audience. And my answer is always either no, or the messages completely go unanswered. The reason for that is because I build this channel on integrity, and the integrity of the product means everything to me. So I'm not going to go down the road of showing you guys fake sneakers when that's not the road that I'm trying to go down. There are other channels for unauthorized authentics or fake sneakers or replicas or whatever the case is. And if you guys want to check those channels out, you can feel free to do so. They're all over YouTube, but that's not what we do here at Sneaker Fetish. We show early shoes, not fake shoes. Now, one more red flag that you guys need to watch out for is that if you see a video, and you'll see a lot of videos like these shoes especially, a lot of people on those videos will also say something to the effect of some kind of disclaimer about this being for education or something like that. They have to give that disclaimer there because apparently there were some legal battles that arose with some people that were showing fake or counterfeit sneakers on their YouTube channel, and it became a whole thing. So now there's this spill that people have to do on their channels if the shoe is not authentic. If you notice, I don't do that spill on any of my videos of early sneakers because I don't have to do that spill because the shoes that we're showing aren't UAs or whatever you want to call them. Now, the last and final thing that I always get about shoes a lot of times is somebody saying, well, your channel's not big enough for you to have an early sneaker. The Jordan brand athletes didn't get the shoe yet, or this person didn't get the shoe yet, or this big YouTuber doesn't have the shoe yet. So how did you, with your small YouTube channel, get the shoe? And I have one answer to that. Money. Just remember, guys, everything out here has a price. And just because I'm able to get my hands on early sneakers either before or at the same time as somebody else with a larger channel may be able to get their hands on it, doesn't mean that anybody has any more access or privilege. It just means that everybody's paying into it. All right. That's pretty much all that I got to say about all the red flags, and hopefully that clears up some of the things that you guys have seen about early sneakers. Now, one thing that I do want to point out to you guys is that while you're taking a look at these, if you guys are interested in buying these early from some people, I know you guys are, some of you guys may not care because honestly, as I mentioned, the fakes look so good and they look so close to the authentics at this point. You may very well be in a space where you're like, it's good enough. But I want you guys to pay close attention to the small details that differentiate the fake sneakers from the real sneakers. For example, on the Ball and Wings logo on the Air Jordan logo here, even something small like the thickness of the letters in the Air Jordan, that may very well differentiate between an authentic pair and a real pair. The real pairs, you'll notice, have pretty much the same thickness across all of the letters, whereas on a fake pair, you may notice that some letters may look a little bit thicker or a little bit bolder than other letters. Be mindful of that. There are some pairs that I've seen where the eyelids don't even match up to the mud guards, and you can see the stitch line is way below where the eyelid actually is on the shoe. Be mindful of that. One really big giveaway here is this line that you see that separates the blue from the white on the midsole and outsole of the sneaker here. On a lot of fake sneakers, you'll notice that this line dips down. There's some little white spaces here and things of that nature. Sometimes that can be a factory defect, but a lot of times if that line is not totally straight all the way around the sneaker, that means that something is off during production, and that could be a red flag. One other thing people tend to mention is the shape of the back of the sneaker. Now, a lot of people talk about the shape being like an hourglass, but one thing I want to direct your attention to is the stitching on the heel tab on the back of the shoe. If you notice here on the back of the shoe, there should be 6 to 7 double stitches on the back of the heel tab on this shoe. Now, a lot of the fake sneakers out here don't have 6 to 7 stitches. They only have about 4 stitches on the back of the shoe. It's a minute detail, but it's a really dead giveaway if you have a fake sneaker or a real one. I mean, like I mentioned, these are really small differences and a lot of people may not care about them at all. But if you're interested in only having an authentic sneaker, I want you guys to make sure that you are aware of what you're getting yourself into before you complete these purchases with people that are trying to sell you these sneakers out here. I'm not gonna drone on and on like this is some kind of fake versus real channel. That's not really what we do here, but I did want to go ahead and bring to light some things that I do see in the comments. I do see what you guys are saying, and I do hear what a lot of people are saying as well. This is a beautiful shoe. It's a fantastic sneaker. I want you guys to all be able to get your hands on them by the time they drop in February of next year. Hopefully you guys can get your hands on them. But again, stay woke out here because there's a lot of people that are trying to sell these sneakers right now or trying to show these sneakers right now, passing them off as something that they're not. Now, one last thing, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. These sneakers, they didn't come with a box. And we've talked about how a lot of sneakers that are actually authentic, sometimes you want them not to come with a box versus coming with a box. If you do a search for the UNC or University Blue Jordan 1 2021 right now, you'll notice that the vast majority of the replica sneakers that are out there come with a full box, extra laces. Sometimes they come with some kind of receipt and StockX stickers and stuff like that in front of them. But in any event, they come with a full box and packaging. Again, the reason why they come with that full box and packaging is because the fake factories are smaller and they're not doing the type of size runs and the type of quantities on this sneaker that the authentics are. So they have the capacity to make those boxes, packaging, and all these other type things. Whereas in the authentic spots, you're gonna make the shoes in one place, you're gonna make the packaging in another place, and then it's gonna all come together in the end. So just because somebody has the sneaker with a full box, full packaging, extra laces, and the whole 9 yards, there's actually a very good chance that that's gonna be a fake sneaker. So stay woke and be on alert out here. Keep your head on the swivel. I explained this to you guys in my tax video. I explained this to you guys in other videos that I've done. The sneaker game is a cold game. And there's a lot of greedy people out here that just want to get as much money as they possibly can finesse out of you. My job is to make sure that you guys stay safe, stay alert, and stay woke out here so that you don't get got by people trying to scam you. While of course at the same time, enjoying some really nice kicks. But that's pretty much all that I got with these guys. Now it's time for you guys to sound off down in the comments and let me know what you guys think about the University Blue and Black Air Jordan 1 due to drop February 20th, 2021. Are these on your must cop list? Are these ones that you guys are really trying to add into your collection? I feel like a lot of people are gonna want these. I feel like these are pretty much gonna be an instant sellout. So when they do drop, make sure you guys are on it so that you don't miss out. Of course, write it down in the comments. Make sure that you click on that subscribe button so we can welcome you into the Sneaker Fetish family to make sure you don't miss out on any more heat that comes through like these, because I guarantee you, I got a lot more heat on the way. As always, I want to thank you guys for joining me here today on Sneaker Fetish, taking a look at these with me, talking with me for a couple of minutes. I go by the name of Kari. This is the Air Jordan 1 University Blue, Black and White due to drop February 20th, 2021. And until next time, I'm out.